The gangster genre is one of the most iconic and influential in cinema history. It has shaped the way stories of crime, power, and human ambition are told on screen. From its origins in the early days of Hollywood to its evolution across decades and cultures, this genre has given us unforgettable characters, groundbreaking storytelling, and legendary performances. When we talk about gangster films, we're not just talking about violence or crime. These movies explore themes like loyalty, betrayal, family, and power struggles, all wrapped in a gritty, dramatic package. What's fascinating is how this genre has evolved, from the early classics of the 1930s to the bold, unrestricted storytelling we see today. The roots of the gangster genre trace back to the early 1930s, a time often referred to as early Hollywood. Films like Scarface, Little Caesar, and Public Enemy laid the foundation for what would become an enduring cinematic tradition. But back then, not everyone was thrilled with how these films glorified their anti-heroes. This led to the introduction of the Hays Code, a set of rules meant to sanitize movies and ensure that law enforcement always came out on top. It was a time of creative restrictions, but filmmakers found ways to push boundaries, giving us works that still resonate today. Fast forward to the 1960s, and the gangster genre experienced a renaissance with the abolition of the Hays Code. This paved the way for filmmakers like Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola to create masterpieces like Mean Streets and The Godfather. These films didn't just entertain, they redefined the genre, making it more grounded, intense, and emotionally complex. It's impossible to talk about gangster movies without mentioning The Godfather, a film that transcends the genre and remains a cultural touchstone worldwide. It inspired countless filmmakers and gave us unforgettable performances from legends like Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, and Robert De Niro. New York City was in history at that time, and people were talking about how to destroy a Mexican state like Dirty John. The 1990s were another golden era for gangster films, often blurring the world of organized crime, often blurring the lines between morality and ambition. Scorsese, De Niro, and Al Pacino became synonymous with the genre, their collaborations defining this period. However, as the 2000s rolled around, the gangster genre started to lose its mainstream appeal, overshadowed by the rise of sci-fi blockbusters like The Matrix and the dominance of superhero films from the MCU. That said, the gangster genre never truly disappeared. It found a second life in world cinema, with films like Gangs of Wasseypur in India, Nameless Gangster in Korea, and Legend in the UK, proving that these stories still have a global audience. Shows like Narcos have also kept the genre alive, blending the appeal of crime dramas with the depth and intensity of gangster storytelling. If you're a fan of this genre or want to explore it further, I highly recommend checking out classics like The Godfather and Goodfellas, as well as hidden gems like Nameless Gangster and Legend. These films not only entertain but also give us a glimpse into the darker, more complex side of human nature. So what's your favorite gangster film or series? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of cinema. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep appreciating the magic of movies.